Welcome back to Madam Quest New Horizons. I'm dear darling. As you see what's going on the lovely island of Fawnhallow today. Well, we'll just be, vibing out per usual, relaxing Fawnhallow with Nook, Isabel and the crew, relaxing, shooting some b-board outside of school when... No, okay, I'm not going to continue that bit, because that bit is terrible. Yes, so we sort of just continue on per usual. So I'm sort of fiddling with this bracelet thing I got. Like my parents, very recently went on holiday and got me this very nice little cute cow sort of bracelet. Of course, because my Chinese zodiac animal is a cow. They saw it and thought of me, and I was like, oh, it's adorable. So I'm wearing it, but it was a bit loose. So I tried to sort of tighten it and sort of had to MacGyver some sort of solution. But I'll get into that in a second. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:48 p.m. on Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. So we know Gulliver or Gulliver is visiting. I think it's Gulliver because I think Gulliver was here last week if I recall. Not to say it's impossible for 2 weeks in a row of the same visitor, because I think by necessity it has to be, because I think there's only 8 or 7 daily visitors. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, I got this little bracelet thing, and so I don't really know how to describe it. I guess it's like a charm on like a string. It's kind of a thing you see probably at like a souvenir shop or whatever. It's not like you looking at this and like, wow, this is like the most what was this? It's not like this is, it's like, designer jewellery or anything. It's just like, a cute little charm thing. And it's got a cute little cow, which, by the way, the cow, I don't know why the cow kind of looks a bit like an octopus at the same time. I'm not really sure what that's meant to represent, but still, it's here. Pecan, do we have something to give you? We do have something to give you. Let us give you stuff, and hopefully you can actually give us a photo. Unless you've already given us a photo at some point, in which case, whoops. But we know it certainly takes a long time. I think Pecan's only been here for a month, so I'm not exactly sure how long it will take. But yeah, it's like I don't really know. It's kind of like a friendship bracelet, I guess, but it's not really like a friendship bracelet. Like friendship bracelets, the ones I always imagine are just like piece of coloured thread, sort of like woven together. Usually just like in a simple sort of like plait. Yeah, just plait and just a three-strand braid. I was trying to think what the like official term or name for it was, and I think it's three-strand braid, and honestly can't recall. Oh, motherly statue, of course. This is actually one of the ones we need to donate. I assume we have one of these. We have these ones already. Okay, this one put over here because we actually need to donate this. Yeah, and it was a bit loose. I was trying to figure out if there's a way to tighten it, and there's not really. There's like this. There's this one part where it's got like, I don't even know what it's called. This kind of reminds me of a Scooby-Doo sort of weaving pattern, where you get like 2 strings and weave them on top of each other to sort of like bind them together. And I thought you could tighten it from there, but the string inside does not seem to move. But there's this other sort of like buckle area where it like goes through basically like a belt buckle sort of thing, and then I pulled it tight through that sort of thing. But that alone is not enough to. That just like makes a sort of small loop, and then which doesn't exactly make it tight. So what I did is I MacGyvered it and I looped it around the cow itself. So now the cow is sort of making it tight, and it fits very nicely around my wrist. So there you go. It's sort of like a friendship bracelet, except for, I don't know, parental bracelet, familial bracelet. I don't really know how else to describe it. Probably doesn't need that sort of description. So there we go. It's very nice. It's very cute, and I was actually wondering which way round to put it on, because like, which way round do people put on directional bracelets? Do they make it so? Do people put it on like how nurses wear watches, or do they put it on like how, like the other way around? Basically, if I hold my like palm up to my face and then hold it like a meter distance away from it, is it upside down or is it right side up? Which way around would you wear it? I'm wearing it so that if I hold my if I point upwards, basically it's the right way up, instead of if I point downwards it's now upside down. I suppose it's kind of up to you which way around you particularly want to do it, and I don't really know that's the right answer, but I do it this way around because I can actually look at it right way up. For me personally, I suppose if I did it the other way around, other people could, but we didn't see it. This is for me. This is so I can remember looking at it and be like, oh, what a cute cow. Of course, we don't need either of those statues, so it's not really a big deal for us. We'll talk to Totem and put some stuff away, and then we'll go to Cap'n, and then we'll go to Flowers and actually finally give one of these statues, which has been so sorely missing, I suppose, this entire time. Grab a weed, yeah, put the stuff away. Yeah, you remember friendship bracelets? I mean, it wasn't that big a thing, I think, back in our school. Like, because we had a lot of things banned from our school. Like, a lot of, like, not artsy craftsy things, but you weren't allowed to bring in a lot of things because, I don't know, choking hazard and, like, toys and that sort of thing. Like, we used to have some, like, toys that were allowed to bring in, and then they got banned. Like, one of them, which annoys me still, is Tamagotchis got banned in our school. It's like, come on. none of the kids were even playing Tamagotchis during the actual classroom, because like it's not Tamagotchi. It's not like a sort of thing which you can play continuously. Well, I guess you could, but it's just like, man, just let us play with our Tamagotchis at lunchtime. I guess it's like something a liability because they don't want to do with kids like bringing them in and then it getting broken on the playground or something, because you know kids are pretty careless like that. Or if you kids bring it in and then like someone's stealing it. I remember this happened because the Doctor Who there were some Doctor Who trading cards which were insanely popular for some reason in our school for a little while, and then this person in the year above, I remember he brought in a card, like a pack, and he opened a packet or something. He got like a shiny, like Rose Tyler. Is that her name? You know, the Ninth Doctor and part of the 10th Doctor's traveller's companion, Rose. He got like a shiny version of that, and everyone went, whoa! And he was just, like showing it to everyone when he put it like in his backpack or something. When he came back, and he was like, it's gone. Like someone just stole it from him, which is just like a horrific move for any child to do that. But I suppose I didn't have much investment in those Doctor Who collectible card games and collectible cards, I suppose, because I just, you know, this is what we're going to talk about. I got two branches here. Do I talk about friendship bracelets or do I talk about the Doctor Who card trading card game? I'm going to talk about the Doctor Who trading card game because I don't really have much to say about friendship bracelets. Or do I? Nah, it's kind of like everything I said about friendship bracelets. Can't be said for Scooby-Doo's. Like a place where we just sort of chilling over on the bench. Oh, you know what? I should make a mental note all about benches because it might or might not be relevant. Okay, I see. It's just a simple green wooden bench, and you'll get to see how relevant that is, I suppose, in 2.5 weeks time. Anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, but Doctor Who trading card games. I guess I'll just have a small tangent and then we'll go. Okay, see you, Caliber. We're back to friendship bracelets in a bit. But that trading card game, I didn't really collect any of the things. But basically, I still have a sizable collection. I still have like 100 or so of cards, despite the fact I've never bought any of those packs and never collected them any of them myself. It's because a lot of my friends are very nice and they were just like, hey, we'll give you they gave me like duplicates and that sort of thing, which was, you know, very kind of them, that sort of thing. I don't think anyone played the game. I think we just collected them because Doctor Who was very popular at that time, especially with David Tennant in the lead. So basically I just got a load of duplicates of that sort of thing and ended up with like a collection of 100 of them, which is just insane. I guess from my very generous friends who just gave me some random Doctor Who cards. Not that I did anything with them. I probably still have them somewhere. I have no idea, no clue where they are. And obviously the cards I had were like, you know, your really common cards, like, you know, the basic things, like some random minion from like Cassandra's left-hand worker one or something was like one of them. I remember that was like a set I was trying to collect because I was like, for Cassandra, if you don't know, from Doctor Who's like this, I think she's I don't really remember, she's just like a stretched piece of skin, and she has like attendants or something which help her, like her doctors or like who continuously spray her with like some moisture. And there were like 4 of them. I'm kind of trying to see if I can find them. I think her name was Cassandra, and she had like, yeah, Cassandra's doctors, no, assistants. Somebody Lasandra wouldn't know. Cassandra? I don't know. She had like they're like, maybe it wasn't for Cassandra, but there was like these masked people who were like doctors or something. I mean, had like these wicker masks on, which were like look like wicker spirals and that sort of thing. And I just tried to collect a full set of those. That's what I remember. Anyway, back to friendship bracelets. Anyway, because I think friendship bracelets got banned in our school. And primary school, I would say, not secondary school. It's not. I don't think people were really doing it in secondary school. But maybe they were. I don't really remember people doing that sort of thing. But entirely possible. There was a small niche appeal or something in the secondary school. I keep saying words secondary school over and over again. Sell seashells, catfish, cook up stone, fossils. Okay. All very doable. Excuse me. But yeah, sometimes they need friendship bracelets. They just make them, you know, a very simple sort of coloured thread, right? And they just do like a free strand plait. Because, you know, we're kids, we don't know any like cooler plaits and free strand plaits. Of course, nowadays, you know, I was going to say like French braid. I don't know how you do a French braid with threads. Well, there's just like singular threads. I know you can do 4-strand braids, and I don't remember how you do that off the top of my head, to be perfectly honest. It's something like you get before you switch like that, and you switch like that, and switch like that. Something like that, I don't know. Who knows? And you can find a good tutorial out there. I'm sure if you want to do something like that. But yeah, friendship bracelets. I don't know. I feel like I had a few. but I vaguely remember off the top of my head, and it was just sort of thing like I never made them, but someone like, if you have girls, they make some, they give them to me, and then no, I'll just like wear them or that sort of thing, because I don't know, I don't know where they got material from, to be perfectly honest. But sometimes they make one, and you make a matching one, and you get those friendship ones, and you can collect them, because I don't know, at least in our primary school, I felt like everyone in my class was reasonably good friends with each other, or at least I was reasonably good friends with everyone. Well, range from at least friendly to best friends, that sort of thing. I don't think I particularly made an enemy of anyone. If I did, I wasn't aware of it. Or maybe I didn't see them as an enemy. That sort of dynamic in a relationship where one person sees you as like a mortal enemy, and the other person's like, hey, good buddy, that sort of thing. I could totally see that happening, but I don't think that happened. I don't know. Friendship bracelets, they're a bit peculiar thing, and I don't know, a bit of a cute thing, like, and a bit of a peculiar thing at the same time, because I think it's cute, Obviously, when you're a child, you don't have so many sort of arts and crafts materials that you have a particular, like, ability to do. It's not like you can, if you're a child, you'll be like, oh, I'm going to be like a whitesmith or whatever, and be able to, like, make this fantastic jewelry necklace or anything or whatever, and, like, bend all the chains, etc. like that. It's a bit much to expect from a child, but, a child can make a freestyle blade. A free-strand braid. They can also buy some coloured thread, or perhaps their parents can, or whatever, I don't really know, from any sort of arts and crafts hobby store, etc, etc. And they can just plait that together, make a friendship bracelet, make another one exact same one, and then give one to themselves, give one to a friend as a sort of like a mark. And I think it's like a very cute thing to be like, oh, here's a sort of token of our friendship, being like, here you go. Now we're matching. Isn't that the most adorable thing? I don't know, to me it's like that's quite charming in a certain sort of way, especially if you personalise it. If you, I don't know, maybe you could do your friend's favourite colour combined with your friend's favourite colour, who really knows? And I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to pitch ideas of like friendship bracelets. I don't think my audience is quite in that age range, but maybe or not, I don't know, maybe you are, maybe or not. If you get any good friendship bracelet ideas, please do share them. You get some nice sort of like coloured beads, you could put them on the threads as you sort of weave them together. I don't know. In my mind, I suppose anything which sort of encourages the sort of artsy craftsy style, like handicrafts for kids, all the better. Apologies for that little bit of a pause there. I'm trying to think, because I always feel like, I know we're talking about friendship bracelets. There used to be these adverts on TV about like making these fancy ones, like these kits or whatever, that gave you like beads and like, actually, maybe they were necklaces now I think about it. They had like a load of these like fancy things you could put on a bracelet to like spice it up. Like one of them like had like lettered beads, so you can like spell out messages or names and that sort of thing, and blah 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 blah. Actually, I actually think these were necklaces the more I think about it, rather than them actually being whatchamacallit, friendship bracelets. But I mean, you can kind of use them as the same thing. It's not like, I mean, what is a bracelet but a short necklace in the end anyway? I mean, I suppose not necessarily true depending on what the bracelet or necklace is, because the necklaces have more room to be able to have like larger accessories hanging from them, that sort of thing. While bracelets certainly don't, unless you want probably the most inconvenient bracelet in the world. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind bracelets as long as they're not too annoying. Like for Chinese New Year, it's quite customary to wear like this sort of like jade bracelet. When it's your year, when it's like your lunar year for your animal, that sort of thing. And it was the ox, of course, last year, so I got one, and I wore it for a while, but it's really annoying because it's like it's a fixed metal like jade bracelet, which is not the annoying part, I'm going to be honest. The annoying part is the fact that, of course, because I use my computer quite a lot, every time I type, it would just be like click, 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 just like banging on my table or something, because it sort of just hangs loose there. It's not like a soft thing, which, like this one, that's it clicking against the table, and that's sort of me like shoving it into the table, which is unlikely scenario for it to happen in the first place. So yeah, it was a little bit annoying. So I don't know, I guess friendship bracelets are kind of nice in that sort of regard, right? They're made out of just like, soft coloured thread, and they basically aren't a bother. I suppose the only deficit with them is sometimes they can be seen as a little bit childish. To continue, I suppose, doing that, but and the infamous words of Ryan? That's not his name from Lord of the Flies. Luke? Sucks to your ass, Ma. Sucks to your childish view on friendship bracelets. I'll make a friendship bracelet if I want. Hold on, what's his name? Lord of the Flies. I feel like it's Luke, but I'm not sure. Oh, Jack? No, it's not Jack. Ralph! It was Ralph, that was it. Anyway, Here we go. Motherly statue. We've only got 2 left. Rosetta Stone. Oh, one of these Rosetta Stone. I don't know which one. Rosetta Stone, Bust of Nefertiti, and the Wind God, which is just over here. And we'll finally be able to have a complete collection. It's a shame that the 4 we were missing before we got the Motherly statue was just one's like right here. I don't know. Do people have fancy friendship bracelets? Friendship bracelets. Patterns? Oh yeah, happy International Women's Day, everyone. This Google Doodle just has so much remind me. Like, basically, friendship bracelets just kind of look like Scooby-Doo's in that sort of sense. Just with thread, right? Get rid of a capitaline wolf for my dear darling notepad. Like, these friendships that bracelet, I can't say this word, friendship bracelets that people have here in Google Images are far, like, more intricate and fancier than ones that we used to have back in school. These are, like, really fancy designs, very thick as well. Ours were very tiny and thin. They were basically just really strong braids. Yeah, that is basically a Scooby-Doo pattern right there, that one. Looking at this picture. Which I'm not, I'm not like, wow, what a terrible idea to make a, it just sort of like, and I never really considered the fact that Scooby-Doo's and friendship bracelets probably had a very sort of similar overlap. And I'm sure friendship bracelets probably have some sort of origin somewhere, but they do kind of remind me of like the Native American sort of weaving things they have, but I'm not going to say that with any sort of confidence because I don't know if that holds any sort of credence or not. But ancient, but they had a recent, the resurgence is modern, started in the 1918s, when they were seen during protests about the disappearance of Maine Indians and peasants in Guatemala. Whoa, I didn't know that was their origin. Look over here, nothing over here. Oh, I forgot we were meant to be helping Gulliver, right? Folk art, some of the orange bands, Central and South America, some decorative knots can be traced back to China. Well, although it's generally accepted that the origins of these colourful bands lie with indigenous people of Central and South America. Okay, but that's fair enough. Well, that sort of thing. You learn a little about friendship bracelets today. One ties a bracelet on wrist is a symbol of friendship and may wish for something at that moment. I don't know if that was a thing. The bracelet should be worn until it is torn, totally worn out and falls off by itself to honour the hard work and love put into making it. I didn't know this was a thing. What? That's what you're meant to do with friendship bracelets? You're meant to just sort of like keep wearing them until they fall off? I mean, I don't have anything against it. I guess I'd say that is, like a fairly robust statement, being like, look at the strength of our friendship. It's lasted this long, or that sort of thing. Hold on, we've done that one. Simple DIY workbench, definitely done that one. Masanga patterns. Look at all these different patterns. Wow, there's a whole list of different types of patterns you can put on here. Tying a friendship bracelet. I don't know, perhaps people... Kumihimo? What the heck's this? See also Kumihimo. Braids, they just have a place in history. Certainly seems like. Certainly seems like a Japanese style of braid. Style of braiding, I suppose. Okay, fine. We'll pick up this gyroid fragment, which has been sitting here on our beach for ages. Look at these fancy ones. They've like interwoven like letters and stuff into it. No one's using beads. Whoa, that is actually the coolest pattern I've seen. That looks like a Scooby-Doo pattern, I'm going to be perfectly honest. They've got like these big loopy things that go around it. Anyway, I guess the modern take on friendship, not modern take, but actually I think these are just Scooby-Doos, the more I look at them. They look very plasticky, the threads they're using. I guess a more adult take on friendship bracelet is just like matching jewelry, isn't it? Which I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about, because that, does make sense. I wonder if there's a correlation between people who like made friendship bracelets when they were younger and then like working with like jewelry and stuff when they're older. Well, it might be an interesting coinky-dink. Maybe, maybe not. I suppose it depends on your sort of view on that sort of thing. I'm trying to see if there's any more it's not Brewster. Gulliver's whatchamacallits. Gulliver's, what are they called? I forgot. Computer parts or transmitter parts, receiver parts. But I'm not paying good enough attention because I keep looking over to my Google Images trying to look more about friendship bracelets. Look, there's a whole friendship bracelet like package here. These are very pretty, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, that just sounds even cuter to me. The idea that you put them on until they fall off naturally. What a sweet idea, isn't it? Like a token gesture. About the strength of your friendship. And a tribute, I suppose, to hard work. Like, we used to do that with, You know those like I guess what are they called? Like security bands that you get for like concerts. You know, there's like those neon ones made out of paper or something which bind around your wrist. We used to do that in primary school. We used to like keep them on the entire time, like because during our summer fair, you could get one of those for, I don't remember, you had to buy them and then they'd allow you to play like any of the stalls around the summer fair festival, the summer fair or whatever, out of primary school. Well, you know, they're not very complicated things. Like they'd hire out like a big inflatable slide thing. There'd be like maybe like a coconut shy-esque thing. It's like one of them. I remember the teacher would like stick their head inside like this this face cutout thing, and you like throw wet sponges at them, which seems a little bit strange, I suppose. But hey ho, there you go. I guess that's kind of like a dunk tank, but you know, not really. Okay, we need 2 more. Got a barrow before we come back to you and give you exactly what you want, and you go and you give us exactly what we want. Yeah, well, what are they called? Hold on a minute. For some reason, my mind they're called security bands, but I don't think that's what they're called. Are they called security plain paper wristbands? Basically that. Yes, security event paper wristbands. There you go. That's what they're called. We used to basically try and keep those on as long as possible. And one of the years I remember I had one on from the summer. I just kept it on until next summer for some reason. I don't know why I did that. Or I don't know if I actually did do that or I joked about doing that. I can't remember if it actually stayed on that entire time. But I've kept it on for a very long time before. Probably I cut it off after like a month or so because it gets very raggedy, and you know it's probably just a host of like bacteria and you know not so good things like that. What we often joked about, we'd be able to you know have the same band and then use it next year as well or something. And then you get to play all the stands for free or whatever, all the stores for free, which of course doesn't really make a big deal because it probably costs like £2 or something in the first place, but what do I know? So I guess those are kind of like a friendship bracelets, if not a very sort of like, it kind of sounds a bit more dystopian, like that's a friendship bracelets. We used thread and paper wristbands as our friendship bracelets when growing up in the dystopian year of 2036. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. It just sounds very cute to me, the idea of just wearing it until it falls off naturally as a tribute to the hard work I put into it. Because those friendship bracelets that I saw on the Google images certainly look like a lot more effort than ones that we used to make when we were younger. And I say we used to make, I didn't make any, so perhaps I shouldn't try to play down the amount of effort that goes into them, I suppose, because I don't know how much effort it particularly took. I sort of just, you know, I was just on the receiving end, I suppose, of them. I was a consumer who didn't have to pay because, you know, in primary school, what are you going to pay with, to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's sell not everything, but a lot of the things chilling in our inventory. We don't need a gyroid fragment either. Because we already have all the gyroids and we can just customize them as we see fit. We have a lot of spare ones as well, which we also don't need. Apparently we had a Nook Mile mission to sell things. Oh no, to sell seashells, of course. I don't know if we'll do the fossil one. We probably should, because we need more fossil things. But for now, we'll just buy some more gift wrap, I suppose. And then we'll try to get some more fossils. Give them to not Poppy. Sorry, Poppy is the other red squirrel. But she's a normal villager, and she's a cute little button nose. We'll give them to Pecan when we can. Buttons. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else we really did in lieu of friendship bracelets. Because it wasn't really that common a thing that we did. When we were younger in primary school. It's a bit hard to think of off the top of my head, I'm not going to lie. We should also do the daily exercise and that sort of thing. But first, let's try and find some fossils. I am trying to think what we had as like sort of token gestures of friendship and camaraderie. Because I can't remember off the top of my head. Has been a while since, you know, of course I've been in primary school and that sort of thing. We must have done something. I only remember Scooby-Doo's. Maybe we made Scooby-Doo bracelets. Instead of like thread bracelets. No, okay, I didn't mean to say that. We didn't do friendship bracelets because I had just been talking about the fact that we did do friendship bracelets. We did do friendship bracelets, but it didn't feel like that big a thing. Actually, it might have been because they might have been banned. I actually don't remember if they were actually banned or not. In my head, I think they were eventually banned for some unfathomable reason, and you know, I can't really justify that in my mind. But you know how it is in UK. We all got school uniforms, that sort of thing. You can't really deviate from whatever uniform you got. You got to wear it properly. You know, otherwise you'll get told off, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say about friendship bracelets. I don't really have much else to say. But a nice token gesture, you know, especially with childish innocence and that sort of thing. I know there's only dry woods around the place. So much low battery as well. Gonna have to remember to actually swap these out as well. But I'm just impressed at how cool the patterns, I suppose, look compared to what I thought they looked like, to be perfectly honest. Or perhaps that's more like a tribute, not a tribute, but attributed to the fact that as kids we were perhaps not the best at making these sort of fanciful designs that were so required for these much more fancier, much more exquisite friendship bracelets. Instead we were stuck just doing simple braids and plaits. I wonder if you can use any of those sort of like as hair braids. I think it would be a heck of a nuisance, probably. But imagine someone like busted out that sort of like friendship bracelet braid and then like made like a hair crown sort of out of it instead of just like a regular old 3-strand braid. That would be, well, I don't know if that'd be any good. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It might actually look a bit strange, but it sounds pretty amusing. Conceptually, at the very least. These gyroids are very annoyingly and some sort of weird order in my inventory, which I'm just trying to sort out. We'll see if we have enough time after this to do the radio exercises or not. So yeah, I don't know. Friendship bracelets. Like, I feel like it's quite common to, you know, you go to like some clothing stores, maybe you can go to H&M or something, and then you can get these like fancy sort of like bracelet things made out of, I don't know, like a faux leather, which are often braided together in something fancy. I guess that's sort of like maybe that's like a step up from friendship bracelets, but also like a step down from like, you know, matching jewellery and that sort of thing, because jewellery can be kind of expensive, I suppose, depending where you buy it from. And depending, I suppose, on the material utilised within it. I suppose it could be quite cheap as well if you know, buy a knockoff. Like, you know what we should do? We should just get more friendship bracelets. Add that to, you know, fashion and that sort of style. It'd be cute. We just need to wear more. Everyone just needs to accessorise more, that's what I say. And I don't even accessorise that much in the first place, so I don't know why I'm sort of trying to call people out on it. I would if I had more accessories. And at some point I need to find like a good place to get a load of like accessories from or something, and just like go on a shopping spree. Get some nice like hair accessories, because I like doing fancy hair stuff when I can. Get some like bracelets, necklaces, chokers, anklets, I guess, if you particularly wanted. Sorry to disturb your drinking time or coffee here and whatnot, but we are going to be doing some stretching here. You two can of course join in if you so wish, but if not, I'd recommend you move a bench out of the way so we can do some actual exercise here. Oh, Lily's joining us. Oh! I didn't realise you could actually back out of it, to be honest. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but let's try that again, shall we? As we slowly run down the clock of how much less time we have. Oh, you know what we did used to make actually quite a lot? We used to make these pom-poms. If you don't know how to make a pom-pom, what you can do is you basically get like these 2 rings. You get 2 rings, stick them together, and basically wind one around the ring like over and over and over again to make multiple layers, and then like tie it off, and then you get some scissors and slip them in between the 2 rings, and then, you know, get another piece of string, tie it through the 2 discs, tie it off with a very strong knot, and then that's how you make a pom-pom. At least that's what we used to do. Maybe those were sort of like our friendship bracelets. I mean, not really, but I don't remember. Like, we made so many pom-poms that we even had like because when you're in year 6 for us, which is a final year of primary school, aka elementary school for you Americans, is we had to like run like a Christmas fair, a Christmas thing, and like one of our stores we had was like an arts and crafts store where basically we just sold a load of different types of pom-poms for some unfathomable reason, which I definitely don't know why we did, but we did nonetheless. That's another memory of like an arts and crafts thing where we had to basically make like finger puppets, and then we like sold them to, I don't remember who we sold them to. We sold them to other like people in our school or that sort of thing. Okay, apparently we just won't do this one again. And I made these 2 puppets, and then I just bought them again when it came to time to sell them. I don't know why I bought mine. I don't know why I cared for mine so particularly, but I did. So there you go. There's a very random story for you. Apparently, I'm very attached to my own sort of creations, which is, you know, I suppose that hasn't really changed in these 20 years since I'm... But anyway, should we round this episode up here? I don't know. You take this video as a sort of digital version of a friendship bracelet. From me to you. We can get matching videos, make your own, and talk about friendship bracelets for half an hour on your own Animal Crossing Island. But for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord and follow me on Twitter down below. I hope we can see each other again, but apparently we've done 30 structures now. So we only need to do 20 more until we get the mids. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.